Monday morning, January 6th, and I just dropped my kids off at the bus stop, and I am headed to Walmart to get some flowers. So today's already been an emotional day, and I don't know if it has, or I guess it was already an emotional morning. I already got emotional this morning, so I don't know if it has something to do with what today is, or just the stress of life, or I'm just sensitive this morning. But January really isn't, about this time of year isn't the easiest time for me, anxiety and depression wise. Like, I struggled through this month. So with that being said, I just wanted to say today marks the 2-year death anniversary of my friend Melissa and her son Jake. 2 years ago, they were driving on a very early Saturday morning to get him to an ROTC event at his school, and it happened to be really cold and icy that morning, and they just couldn't stop in time and collided with a train. Now, I wasn't very close to Melissa. I was just getting to know her and her family. We knew each other from Girl Scouts. Our friends, our little girls were friends, and we were starting to get to know each other because she was really good friends with 2 of my friends. So slowly we were getting to know each other. We had spoke recently and planned a photo session for her and her family because it had been years since they had done a family session. And unfortunately, we were never able to do that family session. So I'm sorry. We were never able I'm walking into a store, and I just wanted to start this video, and I'm walking into a store right now. So I didn't want to cry, because when I cry, I mean, you could totally tell. My eyes turn red and they get puffy, and it's just, I'm trying not to be as sensitive. I'm just trying not to cry. So unfortunately, they just didn't make it. We just didn't have the time to get it done. I went into the store so before I fully just let out my cry, if I cry again. But so Melissa and I started talking close right before her passing away, and we had scheduled a family picture that didn't take place because of the accident. And prior to that, they hadn't had family pictures in 4 to 5 years because her daughter had just turned 5. And so since she had just turned 5, she said they hadn't taken pictures since she was 1. So of course there's a big difference with 1 and 5. So I was really looking forward to being able to do this for her family. And then the tragic news came about. I'm trying to remember this day. This day I was out and about. It was an early Saturday morning. We had sports, and I happened to scroll on Facebook, and I had seen that there was an accident. It had read, and then I do believe my husband sent me a link, texted me a link saying it was a mother and son. And in my mind, I'm thinking of every mother and son I could think of. And Melissa came to mind. We weren't that close yet, so, you know, like, she came to mind. Until I spoke to my husband later that day, and later that morning, and he had said something about, so-and-so, it's friends of so-and-so. Do you know them? And I was like, oh my gosh. Instant. I knew that it had to be them, because they are really close friends with my friend Christy. And I just remember just losing it, just bawling, and that they came, they were friends. She was a friend of mine, somebody I knew, somebody I considered a friend, even though we didn't know each other that well yet. A friend of somebody who was really close to her, you know, like 2 of my friends who really knew them. So with that, being the person that I am, I get very sympathetic, and I'm just very helpful, because it helps me in the process. If I can help someone in the process, I can, it helps me. So I offered my help and was able to be there for the family when I was needed, and, helping out with whatever I can help out with. The memorial, the service, everything was, it was really hard, and it still is, and I can't believe it's been 2 years, but it has, and here we are. So yeah. So this morning, my friends and I are going to meet up at the site. I'm gonna go get some flowers right now. And meet up with them at the site. And like we did last year, afterwards, we went and had coffee and just kind of reminisced and told stories and caught up with each other, because it's very important to have people in your lives that you are able to cry with, that you're able to talk to no matter the situation. And these ladies today are definitely those friends that definitely check up on me when I need them. They do. They're always checking up on me. And yeah, so I'm gonna go for now because I'm just getting completely emotional, and I still have another store to go to. Anything from this morning during our little prayer, but we brought flowers, said a little prayer, and went over to a bakery in town and just talked. And it's always great to have a conversation with these ladies and just be around these ladies. And one of my goals for 2019 is surrounding myself with positivity and positive people, because they are very encouraging. And of course, if you surround yourself with that energy, you're gonna have the same. So the last couple years have been tough. 2018 has definitely brought on more anxiety and depression than I thought it would have. It's definitely been a struggle because it's been so long since I was in that state, in this state, because honestly, I'm not fully recovered, but I am making my way there. Because I did close off, and I did shut everybody and everything down at some point. So, but you know, I love being with them because their words are always just so encouraging, and just their energy. I love them, and I am so glad that God has brought them into my lives, has blessed me with their presence, and continues to bless me with their presence. And I am grateful and very thankful for that. So after the bakery, I didn't want to go home just yet. And, you know, I kind of wanted to keep myself a little busy because I did have an emotional morning already. So being with them made me feel so much better. Like, just, it always does. And so I wanted to continue that. And so I came to Walmart because I did need to get something, but of course I decided to check out the clearance aisle because at this point it's 75% off, and it makes me want to go to another Walmart because, you know, I am going to be decorating my new, it is my new tree. I am going to be decorating my tree next year. A whole different theme than what I've been going for. This year, everybody said my tree was beautiful and they loved it, but honestly, I didn't have everything I needed for my tree. I was still, we never found the box that the rest of my ornaments were in, so I just didn't put it, or I just didn't use it. I am looking for my chopstick because it's not where it should be. And that worries me because, I just put it in the wrong pocket. So anyway, yeah, so next year I am going to be going for the rustic look. And for the past, I don't know how many years, but I've had a very colorful tree. I've had a white tree with pinks and purples and blues and turquoise, aquas and greens, and it's just been this cute, like, Candyland type tree, and I loved it because I've had it for years. So during the last 2 years, my white tree, the lights have, you know, been going out, and I needed to add lights to it. And then this past year, well, not this past year, but 2017 Christmas, I had to add 2 strands of lights because now the top also was out. So then this year I decided I was going to be just doing all purple. And then I was like, you know, we ended up moving, and I ended up getting a smaller tree that I love so much, and I've been seeing so many rustic decor, especially when I did my mini photo sessions. I went rustic with the buffalo plaid, and I fell in love with it. So I decided, since my slim tree that I got this year is a little on the rustic side with the flocking and the pine cones in it, I wanted to do the rustic theme for my next year's tree. So, of course, being who I am, the queen of budgeting, or not the queen of budgeting, the queen of savings and being cheap, you know, I am patient. Like, it's okay if I don't find all of it, and it's okay if I have to pay full price next year, because I'll still end up getting a good deal on it, because I do that anyway. But this year, why not get it at the end of the season? I know I'm not the only one who shops at the end of the season, but that is the best way to do it. And I can do a quick haul because, you know, I'm in the car just sitting outside. So I got this gold Christmas tree because, you know, I have a little gold in my decor. Like, my Christmas is just all over the place colors, okay? I love Christmas, so I'll decorate everywhere. So this was $14.98 and I ended up getting it for $3.74. And then I ended up getting a tree topper. It may not be my tree topper, but it's okay if it isn't. So I'll be okay if it isn't. Let me see here. And then this one. So this one ended up being $2.12. Isn't that cute? Like, it's really cute. It's got the red cranberry bead things, I don't know, but the burlap swirls. And I got this wasn't on the Christmas aisle, but it was on clearance for $2, so I got 2 rolls of burlap because I'm gonna put that around my, you know, ribbon. It's my ribbon around the tree. And this year I already got the burlap what do you call it, like Christmas tree wrap, like a wrap stand. I don't know what it's called. So I don't know if I'm going to use these next year, but they are 24 cents. So I got 8 or 10 of these, and then just random decor that was left. So 1 ornament, I got 3 ornaments. I got this and this, and then I got this cardinal, which is really cute. Cardinals pretty much mean a little bit more to us now since that's my son's school's mascot. And then I ended up getting a tub of these, which was less than $1 because it was $4.98 for that tub. So, or maybe a little over $1. But anyway, ended up getting that, and that's basically it. So I feel like I want to go to another Walmart, but I haven't decided what I want to do yet. So yeah. So I guess I will talk to you guys when I figure it out. So I'm just now leaving Walmart because I got on my phone to check my social media and my emails and stuff, and so 15 minutes later, I'm finally driving off, and I regret not using the restroom in there because I had to use the restroom when I was going in, but I was like, I only need to get one thing. You know, when you go into Walmart and you say you're only getting one thing and you never go in getting one thing, you know, because that's just what I did. But I didn't have to go, well, no, I did have to go use the bathroom, but I was like, yeah, I only need to get one thing, so I'm just gonna wait until I get home. And then, you know, sat in the parking lot for about 15-20 minutes. Oh my gosh, and I'm so sorry. No idea why I'm choking, but I am choking. I got some coffee at the bakery. Good thing that's still there. So anyway, now I have decided I am going to go to another Walmart, which is about 15-20 minutes away from here, so not too far. But I regret not using the bathroom because I know by the time I get there, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom pretty bad. So cross your fingers, I don't pee myself. Okay, see you later. Okay, so I just left Walmart and I am officially... Oh, what was that? I don't know what that was. Anyway, I'm officially done buying decorations for my tree. Well, I'm not officially done, but I bought everything that I'll need for it, and so I'll possibly just need to get, I want to add some buffalo plaid to it. So I figured I am going to try to find a buffalo plaid ribbon, a pretty thick one, and use that as my tree topper, along with the tree topper that I bought, and see how that looks. I pretty much bought about the same stuff, and then I found some more clip-ons with burlap, a lot of burlap in it, because that's basically what I'm going for. Burlap, buffalo plaid, pine cones, little berries, and the flocking. So I feel like I achieved that, and all I need to incorporate is more buffalo plaid because I actually don't have any of that. And of course I want to do more of like random type ornaments that I got, like that cardinal, and I just found one that says happy holidays on there, so stuff like that, just to add a little bit more, you know, touch, family touch, personal touch. And yeah, but other than that, I am good to go. And I want to say I spent about $35, if not less, on everything, because I bought other things. So I also bought a tote, as you saw, because in the end I'm buying more stuff, so therefore I'm gonna need more storage. So I just bought another tote, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm not gonna be able to utilize, okay, by next year we better find the rest of our ornaments, because those ornaments are the kids' ornaments, and if I don't have those ornaments, do you know how heartbroken I will be? Like, I will be so heartbroken, just so you know. I wanted this year to be the year where I sit down and I write down, you know, I like initial whose ornament is which, because I also didn't do that ever, and I should have wrote their initials and the year, but you know, Mama didn't think of that. 4 kids later. So it's time for my son Jamari's basketball game tonight. He has tonight's basketball game, and another one next Monday will be his last one, and then his 7th grade basketball season will start. It actually has already started, and he has a game on the 16th, I want to say, is his first game. So, and it's an away game, so we will be going to that, and then yeah, so I will check in later. So I just want to say my heart is beating so fast right now. As I was getting on the freeway, there was a car in front of me, and if you saw earlier, there was another car in front of me that was swerving and almost hit some garbage cans, and then further down the road, like, but this time there's a different car in front of me, different place, and you know, we were at a stoplight, and I noticed the guy, like, you know, kind of, I don't know, like, get really close to the driver, and just what appeared like he like grabbed her and shook her or something, you know, because he was shaking, but so the light turned green and we're driving, and the speed limit goes from 45 to 55, and we're going about 50, and you know, I'm kind of about 3 car lengths behind them, because you know, I like to be on the safer side. I don't like to be in a cluster of vehicles, so I try to keep my space. And so as we're driving, I see the car kind of swerve into the other lane, and then so I'm like, okay, like, what's happening today? You know, what's up with cars in brakes to where, I mean, her tires smoked. Like, it was, you know, and they just kept going. They started from the left lane onto the right lane onto the side of the road, and then they started driving to, you know, towards an exit, and the car kept looking like it wanted to stop, but, you know, like, but it wouldn't stop. And finally it kind of slowed down a little bit, and I drove by, because at this point we were going like 20-25 miles an hour, because cars in both lanes are like wondering what's happening. Well, there was a truck behind it. I'm still in the left lane, and there was a truck behind it that was either exiting or just saw the vehicle and just decided to stop. But I hope somebody stopped, and I hope somebody, you know, because they did come to a stop, and the truck, from what I seen, turned on its flashers and just stopped in the middle of the exit. So, you know, I hope somebody stopped and is helping whoever needs help in that vehicle, because as I was driving by, I see them like just yelling at each other, and I don't know, you know, they're getting physical in that car, and I'm just praying for them. Like, my heart's beating so fast. I'm one of those that stops for a lot of those things, but I just couldn't stop at this point, because I was all the way in the left lane, and there were cars on my right, and I couldn't, you know, and there was a buildup of vehicles behind me, so I didn't want to cause an accident, so I just kept going. I didn't want to veer all the way to the right lane and pull over, and I just saw that somebody did. So as long as this person is getting them help, I just pray for them. I pray there's no children in that car, because they could have had a bad accident. You know, especially if it was icy or snowing outside today, raining. I mean, I just pray for those two. I just pray for everyone involved in that situation. Hopefully nobody got hurt, nobody's getting hurt. So, but my heart is just like, you know, was beating so fast, because as soon as I saw the first aggressive brake, and it wasn't even as aggressive as the other one, where, I mean, her tires were smoking. She went about 20 feet trying to like just stop the car, or I don't know, but the car was swerving so hard at the same time, because I don't know, she was trying to brake and he was trying to like grab the wheel. I don't know what was happening, but that was scary. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I try to stay back and I keep myself away from clusters, because I have enough time to slow down, and I'm always aware of my surroundings when I'm driving. And I know there's a lot of people who are just very focused on where they're driving and, you know, just on the road where they are, but you have to be aware of your surroundings, like all around you, because like I am constantly checking my mirrors and my blind spots, because I just, you know, you never know. I watch for the people coming behind me. I watch for the people coming towards me, because, yep, I've been in scary situations. I mean, there was a time where I was stuck in traffic, and oh my gosh, like we were at a dead stop in traffic because there turned out to be an accident, you know, a little further down the freeway, and this car was going so fast. This BMW was going so fast, and as soon as I looked at my rear view mirror, I seen him get so close to me and swerve onto the right lane and then onto the next lane over, 2 lanes over, to avoid hitting me and clipping the car in the middle lane. Ugh. Like I'm very yeah. You just have to be aware of your situation, your surroundings. Please, everybody, please drive safely. Like, you know I do this a lot. Like I do my videos and I'm driving, but I'm still very aware. And when I do this, I'm extra aware of my surroundings. And, you know, you have to be safe. So please, please, please drive safe. I just finished putting away all of my Christmas stuff. I'm pretty sure I just have to put my tree away and the little tree for the kids and their ornaments that they made this year for that one. And so other than that, I think I'm pretty done. I have to put this tree away and then my outdoor decor, but it's not very much. But I keep my burlap tree up all year round, and I just decorate it with the next season. So I think that'll be Valentine's Day, so I will probably decorate for that. But now I am just waiting on my kids to get home from school. So Tashawn went to go pick them up with Buddy and Jacob, and they should be walking home shortly. Sorry, I just choked on my own spit, but whatever. So we just left the game and Ayana met us there. So I'm with Ayana now. Oh, can't see her really, but I'm with Ayana and we're going to go put gas in her car because she is leaving me tomorrow for a week. Because she's going back home to go see her mama and her grandma and stuff. So, and she's coming back with her brother. Oh, he's gonna love being in my vlog. He's not gonna say much, but
he's just gonna look and he's just gonna laugh.
He's pretty quiet, but
he is quiet.
We might get him to speak up a little bit. But anyway,
he's excited to come though, so
yeah, we're gonna get gas, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's the end of our night. So if it is, I will close out my vlog when I get home. But yeah, talk to you guys. Oh, okay, real quick, update with the game. So Jamari hasn't played basketball since the game where he ended up hurting himself, spraining his ankle. So it's been about 4 weeks. So he hasn't been to practice and he hasn't played. But these boys haven't practiced either because this whole season they barely practice. This whole season has been a shiz show, let's just say, because I don't know, like, very not happy with the season. Jamari's not happy with the team, with the season either. The coaching, it's not even mediocre, like it's just horrible coaching. We'll just leave it at that. They lost their game by a lot. They were basically down about 40 most of the game, but in the end they were only down by 25. Only 25. That's not games that we're used to watching, and that's not games that Jamari's used to playing, and it's not games or teams that Jamari is used to being on. So you win some, you lose some, but he was pretty tired today because he is playing basketball for his school, and he had practice today right after school, and he had about an hour's rest before we headed out to his game for this AAU league that he's playing in. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later.